All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're going to be talking about the Houston Texans. Now, CJ Stroud and this team, they are striking the NFL by storm right now. CJ Stroud currently has more passing yards with 1,212 than both Justin Herbert and Josh Allen. He has more completions at 94 than Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts. He has a higher passer rating at 100.6 than Trevor Lawrence and Joe Burrow. He has more passing touchdowns at 6 than Dak Prescott and Matthew Stafford. He also does not have an interception. He has the most passing attempts at 151 without an interception of any quarterback in the entire season. He's currently on pace to shatter the rookie passing yards record by over 700 yards. CJ Stroud isn't doing good for a rookie quarterback. He's doing really good for a quarterback. He is a top 10 QB in the NFL, no questions asked right now. He's not the best rookie quarterback. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's cool, he's calm, he's comfortable, he's clearly accurate. And what's so crazy about this is the Texans' offensive line is completely decimated. But honestly, folks, it's not just the offense. It's not just CJ Stroud. DeMeco Ryans and this Texans defense and their coaching staff, they're extremely underrated. It's a talented roster. It's just a solid roster. If they had a really solid free agent, they had a really solid draft, this is a really decent team. We know their future looks really good. The second CJ Stroud threw a football in the NFL, we knew their future was set. People didn't even think they'd win 2 games by the halfway point in the season. And now they're 2-2 with back-to-back victories over playoff teams in the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So tonight, obviously, we're going to be talking about the Houston Texans because I don't think too many people are like watching these games outside of Texans fans. And I'm not trying to rag on anybody here. I'm just saying it's that good. Like, it's that good. He is that freaking good. So we're going to talk about that in tonight's video. But before we do, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Texans fans, you guys blessed my video yesterday with almost 2,000 likes. If we could try and get 250 likes on tonight's video, I'd be very excited. But shout out to you guys, H-Town Sports. I love Houston so much. You guys are literally awesome. All right, CJ Stroud. He is seriously playing that great compared to all quarterbacks, not just rookies. But one thing I've really noticed about CJ Stroud is, like we've said, their offensive line is decimated right now. And what does that mean? Well, he doesn't have too much time in the pocket. You're not really able to get that running game going. We saw a little bit of it with Dameon Pierce this past weekend against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And also have to emphasize this point. The Houston Texans just put up 30 against the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. A top 5 and unarguable top 10 defense in the National Football League. CJ Stroud and their offense made them look silly. I mean, they made them look severely silly. So he has great IQ. He has phenomenal decision making. But what's so crazy is a lot of it's under pressure. A lot of it is under pressure. And these are things you simply cannot teach. This is all instincts. CJ Stroud right now, we know he's talented. Everybody knows he's talented. He was selected number 2 overall for a very clear reason. Instincts wise, this guy is upper echelon. I mean, he really is. And anytime you hear this guy talk, he's such a professional. I mean, the dude is the definition of a professional. He's exactly who you want to draft as your franchise quarterback. As the face of your franchise, CJ Stroud is freaking perfect. Their wide receiver room is loaded. Their future at wide receiver is absolutely loaded. Now, we've been talking about Nico Collins on this channel all summer because I'm sitting here thinking to myself, and we've said this every Texans video I've made, he's going to be a 1,000-yard receiver. I mean, he just is. The season starts, the dude's been killing it. Yesterday afternoon against the Pittsburgh Steelers elite defense, 7 catches, 168 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Now, it was Tank Dell's worst game of his very brief NFL career. Keep in mind, he's coming off games, 7 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown, 5 catches, 145 yards, and a touchdown. The other day, he only had 1 catch for 16 yards. This is a rookie. Tank Dell has had a phenomenal rookie season so far, 1 month into it. So you pair that up with Nico Collins, who's an emerging star, an emerging wide receiver 1 in the National Football League. By the end of the season, he will 100% be a solidified wide receiver 1 in this league, and especially on the Houston Texans. But then guys like Dalton Schultz, coming off a good game, 3 catches, 42 yards, and a touchdown. It's the perfect definition of the free agency that they had. All of these under-the-radar signings, Dalton Schultz, ask a Cowboys fan. The dude's a dog. I mean, he's a very reliable tight end in the National Football League. He's only 27 years old. He's been in the league for 6 seasons. He's not a veteran, but he's entering the prime of his athletic career. There's weapons, there's threats. And as we see it every single season, especially with a young rookie quarterback, you need to surround him with talent. You need to. I'm extremely hopeful for guys like John Mechie III. Obviously, he's got a great story, but then they go out there and they picked up guys like Robert Woods. And the Robert Woods, will use this past game against Pittsburgh as a prime example. 3 catches, 26 yards. He had 6 targets. It's the little stuff that makes a difference. It really is. Nobody, and I mean nobody, expected this team to be where they're at right now. Don't let that 2-2 record fool you. These were convincing wins over the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Convincing. They put up 37. They won by 20 against Jacksonville. I understand Matt Canada is not the guy. He's not the offensive coordinator. He's not an offensive coordinator. He's not the guy for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know the Steelers' offense has been struggling. I get it. But the year is still 2023. The Houston Texans defense, who nobody anticipated them to even be around average with DeMeco Ryans entering, they held them to no touchdown. I mean, they held them to 0 touchdowns. They didn't have a touchdown. I mean, it's crazy. CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans have an extremely bright future, and I just want to hammer home this last point here before we get out of here. CJ Stroud has no interceptions. He has no interceptions. He's over 1,200 yards through 4 games. That's over 300 yards per game. 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. How old is he? He's 21 years old. He's 21 years old. I mean, you can't teach this. You can't teach us. The Houston Texans, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself here because I know the future is extremely bright. You've got games upcoming against Atlanta, New Orleans, Carolina, Tampa Bay, the struggling Cincinnati Bengals, the Arizona Cardinals, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the struggling Broncos, the QB-less Jets, the Tennessee Titans. I mean, Houston is going to win 8 games. They're going to win 8 games, folks. But they could win 10. They could legitimately win the AFC South. If Siege, I will say this comment right here. I think Trevor Lawrence is a dog. Sorry, Texans fans. If he outplays, if CJ Stroud has a better season than Trevor Lawrence this upcoming year, they will win the AFC South. They'll win the AFC South. This is unheard of. This is uncharted waters. CJ Stroud is special. All right. Texans fans, I am so happy for you guys. I'm just so happy for Houston sports in general. I got my career started off covering the Houston Rockets the season James Harden got traded away. I am so excited for you guys. I'm going to go to a Texans game this season 100%. I can't wait for the Rockets season to start. I'm just so excited. I'm so happy for you guys. So that's it for tonight, man. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Texans fans, if you guys want more Texans videos, be sure to let me know down below. But guys, regardless, give me your thoughts on CJ Stroud. I want to hear a grade rating because I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to give him an A+. All right. That's it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.